I'm really sad about my chicken. I'm not gonna lie. I'm in a bad mood.
Not the question.
Oh, Billy, you weren't here last week.
I don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Not the question.
He was asking about Tahoe. You talked about chicken. He has no context about the chicken.
I eat a chicken every week, and this week my chicken guy wasn't there, so I didn't get my chicken.
You eat one chicken every week?
A smoked chicken.
A really good smoked barbecue chicken, and I eat it every week. And last week on Mystery Crate, I was saying how I'm on an 8-week streak of eating my chicken, and it's my favorite moment of the whole week. And then today I went to get my chicken, and the chicken guy was gone. I assume because of the holiday.
Do you eat the chicken in one day, or you get the chicken one day and you spread it out over
It's
2 or 3 days?
only a half chicken. It's not that big.
Do you know me at all, Billy? Do you think I save chicken for later?
I thought that maybe you would say today is
But you go half chicken, you go thigh, you go breast, you go drumstick, you got wing, right? That's it. There's really
it's just half a chicken that you get?
Yeah.
I get a quarter chicken.
Oh, a quarter chicken? I mean, come on. Now this is a stupid conversation. Yeah, dude, a quarter chicken is
it's not even that much chicken.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that you down in a meal.
Exactly.
Well, now
and then
I feel
get
silly.
a side of baked beans, and it makes me happy every week with a little bit of barbecue sauce. And I didn't get my chicken this week.
Carolina barbecue sauce, by the way.
What's going on with Tahoe, Billy? Because I got a text message about, hey, Stugotz wants you to go to Tahoe next week. And I was like, what?
Yeah, that's from Taylor, obviously. I need to have, obviously, a call after this and figure out what's going on to know where I'm going to be next week. So
that's exciting.
Anywho, yeah, it'll be a fun one. I'm sure it will last no less than 60 to 90 minutes. And then
the phone call, you mean?
Yeah, and at the end, I'll wonder, so what is the deal now?
Exactly. So what's going on?
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
What does Mike want to talk about today?
Hey, people hype up traveling so much, solo traveling, that is. Why is that?
Is that an unpopular opinion, or is that a Mike Fuentes?
You know that we do that in the second half of the show.
Yeah, I wasn't here last week.
To it early.
I don't know. I don't know
what he would do.
I don't know what we're talking about.
Where were you last week? Were you just out?
Last week. Well, here's the thing
last
about.
week we did it on Thursday, and you're not here on Thursday.
Let me tell you. Well, I am tomorrow.
That's what it was.
Let me tell you
Sorry,
something
buddy.
about Mystery Crate, because I got a lecture from Mike Fuentes today about how we have strict deadlines, we have schedules, and this and that. I go, that's awful convenient for you to say when the day is supposed to be Tuesday, and we're not recording this on a Tuesday. So it seems like we only adhere to strict schedules when it is a convenience to the person who is setting that set schedule, while it inconveniences everyone else because they themselves did not stick to set schedule.
Yeah.
I've been getting a lot of lectures lately about schedules and deadlines.
Not even going to
it's a whole thing.
Entertain that.
Did you see his new hat?
Comment. Yeah,
I
just
did.
for Billy.
Saw it last week.
I wore it last week on Tuesday. We were supposed to do Mystery Crate, and then it ended up not happening. So I'm like, I'll save it for.
Oh, so we're supposed to talk about your hat now? Okay.
Yeah, that's
well, for you, I did.
That's what
everybody look at Mike Fuentes' hat and let's talk about it.
It's orange camo, like something Dick Cheney would shoot.
Duck camo, I think is the proper term.
Duck camo.
This is very tense. The vibes are not good.
What do you mean?
Dude, today's energy has been
I don't
off.
like it.
This
Me and Billy were just having a
12
chuckle.
minutes.
Yeah.
And everything was very mean and mean-spirited, and it made me sad.
Yeah.
Is this because of the Miami Heat? Is this because of the Dolphins trade? What's going on?
I don't know if it's that either.
I think that we didn't respond with the proper amount of enthusiasm to Darren Waller, and then things just have gone off the rail the rest of the week.
Oh, God.
Waller.
Well,
I don't know if it was that
you.
either, though, to be honest.
What were we chuckling about? Bring me back to a happier time, Mike Fuentes.
We were just talking about how when you went to F1 and all these things that happened, and
What happened?
Oh, yeah, no, that was off the air.
Yeah,
Off the record.
that was a conversation.
It's an
between
off the record conversation you're bringing on the
me
record.
and Billy.
He
Now-
did it. I don't know what he's doing. Dodgers fans are mad at me this week because
I'm a big Dodger fan.
Why?
Okay,
Huge
I
Dodger
can't.
fan.
I can't wait. Why?
Because I have
Because he has a huge futures bet on the Dodgers winning the World Series.
Yeah. Who do you like on the
going back to back.
Dodgers?
What do you mean?
Who do you like? You're a big Dodgers
Tony
fan.
Gonsolin. I love Tony Gonsolin.
Okay.
How do you like that one?
Tony likes Tony.
Thank you.
Also, hey.
Big Otani guy,
No, Shohei.
as you know.
What?
Big Otani guy.
A guy of Ada.
Thank you.
They-
Max Muncy. Love Max Muncy.
They're mad at me, the Dodgers fans, because DraftKings put out a clip and they tagged me in it. So now
Oh,
I'm
I
getting
saw it. Yeah,
of
I
me
saw it, I saw it,
saying
I saw it.
like
Even though that's exactly what you said.
enough with Shohei. He's throwing 25,
25
pitches. Like,
yeah.
why are we so excited about this?
Yeah.
Oh, no. You got on the wrong side of Shohei Stan Twitter.
Yeah.
But you'll be fine.
It's...
I know what Ipe felt like now,
Oh, my God.
to a lesser degree.
A much lesser
I guess.
degree. Much lesser degree.
Yeah.
Is he
Ipe was
okay?
he was delivering food, right? Last time I saw.
Is he okay?
No, he surrendered himself, I believe. When When are we starting? We start? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
We started when I was whining about my chicken.
Yeah, we
Welcome
started a
to
while
Mystery
ago, buddy.
Crate.
Yeah, thank you.
You know what I saw the other day? Tony, you're going to like this because this person's rich, so they're a genius. So I saw...
more of a genius than people who aren't. Go ahead.
No, you're gonna like this. And I'm not questioning whether or not this person is smart or not, but I just know that you'll like this person. Mr. Beast, how do you feel about him?
Ambivalent, really. I don't
You
really
don't
care.
have strong feelings
He's
about...
basically Albert Einstein. Go on.
You don't have strong feelings about Mr. Beast?
He's an incredibly smart marketer, and he did a really good job in creating something out of nothing.
So I don't know what...
Biggest YouTuber on the planet.
I don't know what I was looking for, but somehow I ended up on the Lowe's website. And on the Lowe's website, there was a
promotion. With that.
There was a tab of Mr. Beast's picks, and you click on the tab, and Mr. Beast has selected things on the Lowe's website that he suggests that you should buy.
Handy store loads, right? Like
Lowe's, like LWE.
Right, like Home Depot adjacent Lowe's.
Yes,
The competitor
Rivals.
of Home Depot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why? What other?
You hear picks, you don't really know what that's supposed to mean.
It's
like,
picks inside the store that he picked.
Sure, but like when you hear picks, we're a sports show.
But he prefers like this type of weed killer.
Sure.
It says
That's what it
here,
wants.
Mr. Beast storefront, and he's listed as
What
a
has he got going in
creator.
there?
There's one of those giant orbs that you can get in and run into people that I guess they sell that
those are
at
sick.
Lowe's.
They sell those?
Yeah, they sell those. There's a tripod. It says become a creator. Then there's a section where you can recreate Mr. Beast challenges.
But he does build a lot of things,
Oh,
so I
no.
figure why Lowe's would partner with him.
Wow,
To,
they
like,
have a
build
whole
stuff.
section. I think I have a new, Jess, earlier this week I was talking about jobs that I didn't know existed. Right? And the one that I was talking about was theme park journalist, is how we got into that situation. So that's a job, theme park journalist. But now I have a new job that I didn't know existed that I think I might aspire to. And it was in the tabs that led me to Mr. Beast. And I didn't click on this before. I didn't notice before. There's a job that's Lowe's creator. So it seems as though Lowe's has partnered with a number of influencers. And now you can click on their Lowe's influencer creator tab, and they can tell you different things.
Wait, Billy, this is how we get you to do household gadget reviews for a full-time job. You become a Lowe's creator and you review Lowe's products. I guess the downside would be if you don't like something, you probably would be pressured to not make an honest review.
Or not even
But the
review at all.
upside could be you become the smartest person on the planet.
You know, the problem with me is, and I think that some people will disagree, but other people will disagree or will agree.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I have untapped potential, and I think that I'm just missing the pieces around me to help me tap in said potential.
So what are those pieces?
I don't know, an agent or something, right? Because like, how do I go up to Lowe's and say I would like to be a Lowe's creator? Hey, I would like to, review
Getting an agent would be a good start.
gadgets. Yeah, I do. Trust me, I've tried.
Well,
I don't
the
know
thing
what's
with
going
the
on with me.
You want me to
creator
talk to Malky?
economy, to quote Dan Le Batard, economies.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you kind of have to just like start doing it for free until
Yeah.
someone like that's how it kind of works.
Until you
And
get
then
big
you
enough.
also have to be like explicitly very thirsty to brands and be like, hey, I want this thing for free. I'll do a review of it or whatever.
Yeah.
And I feel like personally, one of my flaws, Billy, is also that I'm too shy to ask for things for free. I don't like people will offer me free things all the time. And I'll be like, oh, cool. Yeah. Like I'll use that. Send it to me. But I'm sometimes afraid to ask,
Yeah.
which is a big problem if you want to do that as a career.
Well, that's what I think that the agent would do, is do the asking for me, do the uncomfortable stuff on my behalf.
Yeah.
Put me in contact with the people. And I would say like creator is not the end all be all. That's just one of the chapters in the complicated book of Billy Gill
What's
that
the
you
end
would
game,
take
Spence?
on. I don't know. Rest
Yeah,
is
what's
still
your end game,
unwritten.
Spence?
Yeah.
I've tried incessantly to try to get Tash Pistachio Milk to sponsor me in some way. It's spelt Tache. It's my last name, but the accent is just over the A instead of the E. And no matter what I do,
Do you
no matter
consume
how many
it?
times I thirst after them on social media, nothing.
But do you consume it? Like
Would.
this is a Okay, well, so
It's
like,
pistachio milk. I drink
pistachio
almond
milk.
milk. It's not that different.
But do you
I would very well replace it, and I've had it before, and it's delicious.
That's what I'm asking.
But it's expensive.
Is if you even know if you like it or not.
I do. It's good, but it's
What if
just
he doesn't
expensive,
like it?
and it's my name.
What if he doesn't like it? He's just playing because of the name game.
I mean, that's the biggest reason I'm doing it.
Yeah,
if
of
I'm being
course.
But
completely
what if you
honest.
taste and you hate it?
Would you change your
I like
name
it.
to
I'm saying,
Tash?
what if you hate it?
Like the accent? Would you move it from the E to the A?
I mean, normally I don't really use the accent anyway, so I wouldn't care. Like if that was what was necessary to lock up a deal,
What would the price be for you to change your name for a brand?
like actually legally,
Yes.
I mean, certainly in
Just the accent, though.
the
like the
Yeah.
acento.
You're just
He-
moving it
it's
over.
only right.
tens
Not
of
really a big
thousands
deal.
of dollars,
Certainly in
probably.
the four figures.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not really a big deal.
yeah, definitely, probably tens of thousands of dollars.
Does it just? I mean, for
Whoa.
yeah.
A little
Like, 20,
expensive.
like 25
You would
grand?
definitely do
Yeah.
it for less.
Because you know what they would do?
Yeah,
They
you're
would
right.
make
You're
the deal
totally
to you,
right, Jess.
and then they'd call your brother and be like, we have this tache, he'll do it.
Well, now, like, I'm thinking, like, what
Well,
would it
that
cost?
one's not famous. That one looks like a railroad conductor.
That one looks just like Jeremy.
Like,
that
what
one
would
looks identical to Jeremy.
what would it take for Jessica to change her name to like Jessica Walgreens or Jessica Lowe's or something? You know?
I know a girl named Jessica Lowe.
Do you? Was that her original name, or is she a creator for Lowe's?
No, original name. Not a handy girl at all.
How do you know though?
Yeah. How do you know?
Because I know.
Like, if Jessica was Jessica Walgreens, she wouldn't walk around and say, "I had to change my name because of a sponsorship deal." People would just be like, "Wow, like,
So how
part of the
much?
family?" And she's like, "Well, yeah, you know."
How much Jessica Walgreens?
Yeah.
For a company as big as Walgreens, it would have to be a lot of money because I feel like they have it. So
Yeah.
will be. I don't know who owns Tash pistachio milk, Jeremy. They may not have the dough for influencer deals.
Yeah, I guess not.
Yeah, what's the money in nut
come on,
milk?
What's going on?
It's a great question.
I don't know.
Almond
What would
milk
your
ver-
price be? I
very
feel
bad
like
for
you'd have the lowest price.
Nah,
They had a
of
big year
anyone.
last year. I heard though.
I would not.
Yeah, you'd have a low price.
Depends on what it is.
Nah, you'd
Like
have
what?
the lowest price.
Like, give me an example.
I feel like
What if you had to change your name to Dwayne Reed?
Yeah, in the millions.
the millions. You'd do it for a lot less than that. Like if Bic pens came up and was like, you'd be Tony Bic. I could see you being Tony Bic for
It's
like
actually kind of a
It's a pretty fire name.
$7,500.
Tony
You'd be
Bic.
Tony Bic.
Legally though, or just like
Yeah, legally.
persona?
Tony
And dude,
Bic.
it would save you
No,
so much
legal-
time.
Jenny
Persona.
wouldn't have to be Jenny Bic.
Right.
Stage name.
Yeah.
My alternate ego,
Yeah.
Tony Bick.
Just think about all the time you'd save, like filling out forms.
They'd also have to do the legwork for me. That's part.
What
of
does
the
that
deal.
mean? Like fill out the forms?
Fill out
Yeah,
the
like do all
forms
the
and,
forms
yeah,
and
For
all the-
$7,500,
No,
I'm sure.
That'd be just part of the deal. Like I get my royalty, but also I'd also want a royalty on every pencil.
That would never happen.
Okay, well that's
Wow,
those
how
are my
on
Oh,
earth-
royalty on every. What do you think
can
you
I ask
are,
something?
bro?
What do you think you're
think you
bringing to
are?
the Bic brands that they would give you royalties?
my everything. I am Tony Bick.
How about Tony 5-Star?
Tony 5-star.
Tony 5-Star seems like an easy thing. You named yourself 10-Day Tony for no reason.
Yeah.
So Tony 5-Star is like right there.
Yeah, I could do that.
All you have to do is sell notebooks.
But who owns 5-star?
First Gear.
But the thing is, there's 5-star notebooks,
up.
but there's also 5-star barbershop. There's also 5-star
No, you'd be the notebooks.
the notebooks.
Yeah, Tony 5-Star.
Why not Tony Paper?
Paper's not a company; it's a product.
Yeah, but if they're selling like Tony 5-star, like a 5-star general, like there's a lot
there's
of
not an
5 stars.
owner of water, per se.
Well,
Yeah.
You could be Tony
about that.
Zephyr Hills.
No, now we're
Yeah,
talking.
give it 10 years.
Tony Z.
You could call yourself Tony Z.
Yeah.
Or Tony Dasani.
Coke owns Dasani.
It'd be a lot of money.
A lot of money.
Yeah.
And how about Tony Paper, where there is no, just out of
I'd
curiosity?
charge it to the game.
What does that even mean?
It means I do it for the love of the game, dude. I do it for free.
You're saying to Tony Paper for
Just for
free?
the love of the game.
Okay, so do it. No one has to fill out that paperwork.
I want to talk about Danny B.
Okay.
Can we
the
put?
B stands for Bick, by the way.
Yeah, Danny
Tony,
Bick.
yeah, Danny Big.
So
He bought it.
So yesterday, I'm scrolling through. So Danny B's off this week. He's on vacation with his family, and he was in Vegas with you guys. You know, he's like basically our Swiss Army knife. He can do a bunch of stuff around here. So he goes on vacation. He goes to Disney
Ooh,
with his family.
he should be Danny Swiss Army knife.
No,
Okay,
so,
go ahead.
so I'm looking through Danny's story, and I see
Danny
this
Disney.
picture right here, and I've never seen a human being happier to do anything that ride this Tron. It's a combination
Danny
of
Disney.
dude, the big ass wheel, the smile on his face, clearly laughing. It was the funniest picture. I don't know why. I laughed like a good 20 minutes about how happy Danny B looked at this
So
picture.
good.
Has anyone ever been that happy at work before?
About
Slash,
anything.
Has Danny ever been that happy at work before?
At work?
The answer
Never.
is
You'll never see that smile in this building.
Ever.
Ever.
never. It doesn't. It won't happen.
Not like that
Billy,
one.
why are you making that face?
It's just weird. I saw that was part of like a slideshow of photos for Danny Bick.
Yeah.
Danny Bick also had one in front of like the Disney castle.
Yeah.
Where Danny was the tall one in his family. Which I was,
Johnny-
I was
Johnny-
shocked by.
I could hear
In the
Kirsten laughing in the other room.
photo I saw Danny was the tall one in his family. I was like, that is the upset of the century.
Johnny is actually the tall one of the family.
Yeah, but he wasn't in the photo, I
He
don't
wasn't in
think.
the photo, but Johnny is taller than Danny.
Johnny
Yeah.
Bick?
Johnny Bick.
No, he didn't have to change his name. He's just Johnny Benitez.
So wait, is Danny there because he's a amusement park journalist? Is he doing amusement park
Wow.
reviews?
Coming for
Probably,
Billy's job.
yeah, undercutting me. Yeah.
That would be kind of a cool job, though. But then what if? I mean, I don't know. I assume you have to leave bad reviews on rides if they suck, right? if you're
I
a
would-
competent journalist.
But I would trust Billy's judgment on rides. He's been to Disney enough to know what's good and what's bad.
Yeah, but there's ways to say
you like Space
that
Mountain
you
or
don't
no?
like things without saying
Do you
that
like Space
don't
Mountain?
them. It's okay.
You know, it's the
Space
best thing-
Mountain, because it's in the dark, I'm always afraid that I'm going to get decapitated.
Decapitated, yeah.
I'm always worried that I'm going to hit my head on something because you can't see what's coming around the corner. So I'm always like,
What's your favorite
I don't
roller
like
coaster
that.
in Disney?
decapitation? Very bad.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
decapitation
with
bad for
you.
you, yeah.
I'm not for it.
Come on, journalist. Let me hear it.
What?
Your favorite roller coaster at Disney parks?
Do you say, come on, journalist?
Yeah.
Tony hates facts.
I haven't
What are the facts? I'm just asking his opinion.
Well, here's the thing: is I haven't been on a lot of the roller coasters that they have there because
You've been 1,000 times. To
I
Disney.
know, but I'm in like you have little kids at
You've
Disney
been
World
1,000 times
realm.
before. You
I
had
haven't
kids.
been on Tron. I haven't
Okay.
been on the Guardians one.
Guardians
like I haven't
one's
been
excellent.
on a lot of those rides because
Guardian
I'm
one is
just
excellent.
like going on Little Mermaid for the 6,000th.
But you won't. You don't tell your wife like,
Aw.
"Hey, I'm gonna ride standby really quick. Be with the girls for a second. I'll run in, do the ride, and come back."
That's not how life works.
You'll learn.
works.
You'll learn, Tony.
If we're going to Disney for my daughter's first birthday in December, okay?
Yeah, but see, she's only one. You still pick where she goes and what she rides.
His
Well,
daughter's
she's not
But
going
his,
on
his
roller
oldest one is what
coasters.
now? 4 or 5?
Yeah, 4.
She's gonna say, "Dad, I want to ride Dumbo again."
sure, but
And again,
But
and
then
again,
Dad
and
goes,
again.
"Wait a second, mommy. Stay with your mom for 20 minutes."
And then the mom's like, I'm not dealing with this.
Why does your mom? Why would like his wife have to sit there? And
Exactly.
Watch
What if
the
she?
kid?
What if she
Thank
wants to
you.
ride standby?
You-
and
it's
then now
called
you're
it's
there?
called
Yeah.
parent swap.
Oh.
You guys know what
Well,
that
what
is?
does she? What does she get to do then after
She-
Billy's done riding the ride?
Then she goes up to the ride, or vice versa. It's called parent swap. It's literally
What
you
if
get
she
to the
doesn't
front of the
want to
line.
do that? What if she wants to do something
Then
else?
why is she at the park?
Oh,
Because her kids want to be there.
Okay,
this
so
is
she doesn't
getting
want to be there at all.
contentious again. What?
She doesn't want to be there at all. Your
I
wife
don't
doesn't
know.
want to
But
ride
It's
any
called
ride.
parent
Contentious week.
swap.
I don't know. What
It
we're
literally is
talking
called.
about.
Have you been
Isn't
to
it called Kid Swap?
kid swap? Whatever. It's the
Yeah.
same thing.
child swap. Yeah.
Child
swap.
swap.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's the
child
parent.
swap.
Yeah,
the-
child.
It's the parents that are swapping, not the
That's
kids.
true.
The kids are staying there, but you get to go to the front of the line
With
for
other
free,
parents?
basically.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wasn't that a TV show once? Trading spouses or something?
Oh yeah.
What's that?
Wife
I'm gonna
swap.
look that
It's
up.
called wife swap.
Wife swap.
No,
Oh God.
that happens on certain cruises.
What?
Yeah,
That's also true.
yeah.
That is true.
You
know,
don't. You guys don't do kid swap.
Child swap.
7 seasons of Wife Swap.
Oh, look at that.
That's probably too many.
We did it.
Is Jerry Bruckheimer involved?
We did it one of the last times that we went.
It's
when
the
my,
ultimate
my
hack.
parents went and they wanted to go on one of the rides, but now you do it like at the front of the line. You go and you say, "Hey, we're going to do a thing," and they give you like a
little pass.
a fast pass or whatever. So when you come
It's
down,
literally
then you
the
go
ultimate
and you get
hack. If
yeah.
you go to theme parks enough, you know kid swap.
But-
is gold.
but you can't.
The way that they have the lightning setup now in Disney is terrible. By the way.
Yes, but like I can't do child swap. I don't think with a child that's not big enough for the ride. I mean, I guess I could. I could just go up and be like, I need to go on this. My wife wants to go. She wants to watch the kid, or
That's
she has to
right,
watch
period.
the kids, whatever. Okay.
So it's a 30-second ride. She can wait there for 30 seconds. You go. You wait for 30 seconds. You guys move on.
Wow, they did Celebrity Wife Swap.
why are we talking about this?
Because I was asking if you guys did the.
Oh, because
child
it's Danny B's at Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what's the
Yeah.
best thing about Space Mountain?
No.
Indoor waiting area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The majority of it.
Yeah. Same thing for Guardians of the Galaxy because it is hot outside.
I feel like I'm probably with the audience in this. I haven't been to Disney World since I was like 5.
Can I tell you something about Jessica that I hate?
That's why you didn't know about the kid swap. No wonder.
Let me tell you something
Parrot swap.
Let me tell you something about Jessica that sucks. Okay.
Tell me. Ooh, give it to me.
I'm a Jessica fan. I feel like me and Jessica, got along fairly decently well when she was down here. Jessica told me one day we would have like, we'd be in the getting ready for the show, like in the makeup room or whatever. So there'd just like small talk. Well, formerly there'd be like small talk. So we were there one day, and she was telling us how her dad's dream is to like go and take her sister and her sister's husband to Disney World. Because he was saying like, oh, they're here now. This is like an American thing. We have to have a big family trip to Disney World. I really want to take them to show them Disney World, all this stuff. And I was like, that sounds awesome. And she's like, oh, I dread it. I would never do that. I'm like, wow, I hate you. I didn't say it, but I was thinking it in my head. I was like, I hate you.
You sort of did volunteer to go to Disney World with my dad and my brother-in-law, though.
I think I did. And then when your dad was down here visiting the studio, I completely forgot about it, or I would have brought it up to make it like as uncomfortable as possible. Like, so, Pops, heard we're going to go to Disney World soon. When are we going? Yeah. Do you think he'd go with me to Disney World?
I think he might. I think he would strongly consider it.
He was just talking to me about Cartersville when he was down here. It was awesome. Yeah.
My dad knows a little. He's like Mike Fuentes. He knows a little bit about everything, Billy. He knows a person in Cartersville. He knows a thing or two about Disney. And I think he would I think he would love to have you as a son, actually.
Oh, thank you.
He would just adopt you.
But
you guys you share a love of like talking about appliances in a way that I don't quite have in common with him.
Really? Do I love that? What appliances do I like? I mean, I like a good appliance. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I don't mean liking the appliances, but I think you like talking about them.
Sure.
That's why you'd be a great Lowe's influencer.
Thank you. But now this is where we need to find the middle person to get me to Lowe's, to make myself a Lowe's creator. Now, most of the Lowe's creator that I'm seeing on this site, though, they seem to be like interior designers or the like. Aside from Mr. Beast, it's all like people that are associated with design and things that you would actually get at Lowe's, not like bounce houses. Those are fun. I'm Mr. Beast.
That's what you said. Like you said, Mr. Beast had a tripod on there. I'm like, I don't associate buying tripods for cell phones at Lowe's.
They must have a section where they sell like ring lights and headphones.
That is kind of the fun. I mean, I'm not really a Lowe's girly, but I go to Home Depot a lot. That is kind of the fun section of Home Depot, the section where there's just like random, not home improvement related things. It's like the adult toy section. I like that part of Home Depot.
Not those adult toys, Billy.
No, not like that.
Yeah, as soon as you said that, I was like, this is getting clipped and put out of context.
Yeah.
Like,
First
this
the wife
is
swap,
not
now
going
the
well
toys.
at all. Quote,
guys,
the adult toy section, I like that. I was like, that's not. I love the clearance section in really any store.
You're so right. I should have rephrased that.
Yeah, I was like, I hope there's a way out of this, but I don't know.
This is evidence of how little online I am since moving out of Miami and not having to be online as much. I don't think about every way that the internet would interpret everything I'm saying out of context as much. And
oh my God, what's that like? That sounds incredible.
Jess seems very happy. I feel like, and I don't know this, but this is the happiest Jess has been since we've known her.
100%.
She seems like radiant at the moment. And I think if I could switch places with one person in life right now, it might be Jess.
I'm Billy. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's been a really nice last 7 weeks of my life.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, happy for you then.
I'm headed to Epic Universe at the end of the month. So
really?
The camp that I volunteer for, Camp Fiesta, we'll head at the end of the month. We're going to Universal and Islands on one day.
You need a journalist to go with you?
What's Islands?
So Islands of Adventure. I apologize. The shorthand.
Oh,
Islands
wow,
of Adventure and
you
Universal
guys
Studios.
are such South Florida people.
Yeah.
You were just in Orlando all the time.
You're
I was there for 4 years.
You're downplaying a theme park outing as an adult with some friends. I think that you would enjoy
so
it.
fun.
She doesn't get
It's
it.
not
That's the
with
issue.
some friends. It's with
doesn't
my
get it.
dad, and it's with my brother-in-law. Who I think my brother-in-law would have fun, but my sister. The last time I went to a theme park with my sister, didn't end well. Okay, I wouldn't do that again. Let's just put it that way. I do not want to go back to Disney with her.
What happened?
Tony, let's just say she's on medication now.
Oh.
Wow.
Got dark.
I like that was the spark for that. The Disney World would be the spark for that. That's kind of insane. But going back, I'm really, really worried about how hot it's going to be at Epic Universe, because from what I understand, there's like no covering whatsoever the way they designed the park and all these different like worlds and universes that you're in. So while you're waiting in line, I think in line you might be okay, but walking through the park, there's no covering or shade. And it is a billion degrees. Like, it's already difficult enough to go to a theme park in the middle of the summer. But if you've designed it to where you're not giving people at least moments of shade, people, I think, are going to be dropping like flies all summer. And now I, as a camp counselor, am so concerned about hydration.
What day are you going?
I'll be there late July.
Oh, for a while. Okay.
Like 28th or something.
Currently 87 degrees in Kissimmee right now, cloudy, 65% humidity.
To be honest, though, like going from Vegas that I did this past weekend back to Miami, the heat here, not as bad. It's
really?
It's actually.
You think the dry heat's worse?
You should take the kids to Vegas the week before.
should.
Okay,
and
perfect.
Then to the theme
They'll have a
park,
lot
and then
more
So
they're
then they
good.
could be mentally prepared.
Yeah,
That's
that's
true.
not
Alright.
as bad.
You can take
that's
them to a
smart.
show, take them to the Gordon Ramsay restaurant.
Dude, for the MMA hangout we did at Stadium Swim at the Circa, and where the angle of the sun is, where we were doing the show, it was like just there the entire time, just drilling us for like an hour and a half, and it was like 107 degrees.
Yeah, it
just
feels like an
cooking
oven. It
us.
feels like an oven.
But then it
And-
went down below the mountains.
You're pretty chill.
Cooled up nicely.
We'll be right back. So the past couple of weeks we've had like this card system for the main
You
show.
betcha.
No, you betcha this week.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
Inter Miami's not playing. That's
yeah,
why.
that's what it is. So we have eliminated. We have this card system going, right? And they're like color coded and like they do different things just so we keep track of what's going on during the show. Because a lot of times, honestly, we're doing the show and then all of a sudden we're like, what did we talk about? Yeah. So I'm just got some of the cards here that Chris had set aside. I guess he wanted to go back to them. One of them is Dan versus Jeremy Bizioff, right? Because Jeremy seems to be doing a lot.
Oh, this is kind of a fun game because we do have
Revisiting.
so many
Yeah.
of these cards out there
Correct.
that you should pick like 2 or 3. Let's pick 3 of them.
I'm just grabbing the ones that Chris, I guess, had removed
For sure.
and wanted to come back to, and I don't think he did because I'm going to go with this one right here on a red card, which I'm guessing is a sports-related topic, and it says Kurkjian married a hooker.
I saw that when I was sitting at the
Yeah.
chair yesterday. I had no idea what that
I
was
don't know if
about.
that's sports related.
I don't even know what it could mean. 'Cause
So
when I think Tim Kurkjian, I don't think hookers.
No, so this was
married one.
during our live stream. We were trying to quiz Tim Kurkjian on movie knowledge because his son Jeff said that he doesn't know anything about movies. And every time we've ever tried to talk to him about movies, he doesn't know anything. So we were trying to quiz him, and one of the first movies that there was trivia for was The Hangover. And he was not only so excited to know the answer, but he said how much he loves that movie and then yelled out the line that Ed Helms yells, which I forget what the first part of it is. Say it's the tattoo thing. I got a tattoo on my face that I married a hooker. And it was Tim Kurkjian yelling, I married a hooker. And that's pretty much all that happened. I don't know what Chris had on it.
And then Zach Galifianakis goes, "She's
Lady
a
of
nice
the
lady."
Night.
yeah, exactly. She's a nice lady.
Gotcha.
So yeah, he was all excited about yelling out that line, which coming out of Tim Kurkjian's mouth was pretty hilarious.
So what else can we have there as part of the game to pick 3 different cards without context and try to give them context?
We have fire. Looks like it says fireworks people. Which I guess is fireworks people. Yeah. Then we also have rock and roll is dead, which is rock and roll is dead. I need to talk to Ethan about his handwriting because this is ridiculous.
Rock and roll is
I
dead.
think you knew what it was, and it was unnecessary.
No, of course, but it looks like it says Rutch. Rock and roll.
Yeah, it seems like
Rock
I
and
can
roll.
just tell.
Rock and roll is dead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which was a quick thing that Dan said, which I don't know, like rock and roll music seems so dated now when you hear the term rock and roll. Like you think like the 70s, right?
Yeah, like Elvis or something.
Yeah, because now it's just like you have heavy metal, you have punk rock.
When you think of rock and roll, you think of Elvis.
Yeah.
Think of like Aerosmith. A lot of 70s
You always
stuff.
think of Aerosmith.
the best American rock
I think
band.
of like
It's not
Led
true.
Zeppelin.
Yeah, Led Zeppelin. See, she gets it. Correct
Yeah.
era. Yeah.
Thank you.
There you go. And also we have Ed O's wedding, which wasn't his wedding. He attended a wedding. And then we have the Greg Cody
You
Show
went to
Olympics.
Bezos' wedding? They had Coach O at Bezos' wedding?
No.
That would have been amazing.
Can you imagine?
Yeah. Would he have paid $1 million though?
They would have paid him.
Yeah. entertainment fees.
He has the money.
Yeah, Greg Cody Show Olympics, which is him versus his granddaughter.
7 versus 70 is going great.
Pretty funny.
Oh, that's what that is. Okay.
Yeah, and then we have the DeAndre old, how he looks old, and then me and Chris started thinking about athletes that all look old, and then that picture of Clyde Drexler, where he's 27 years old. Yeah, but Greg Oden is kind of just like DeAndre Ayton, isn't he?
It's the same thing, which is that at 20 he looked 40, and he just stayed looking 40.
Did you ever see the picture of Clyde Drexler at 27?
The hair is bad.
Yeah,
the hair is bad.
He looked like an extra in Beverly Hills Cop from the 90s. Yeah,
who put the banana in the tailpipe?
Correct. You guys want to do some unpopular opinions?
Your unpopular opinions. Did you mix one in?
No, I did not mix any in. Actually, I did mix one in.
Okay.
But you have to go for it.
All right, let's see.
This one's actually for Jess. It says, the Bear should have ended after season 2.
So I haven't watched season 3 yet because all of my friends said that it wasn't as good as seasons 1 and 2. And then I heard that season 4 has a lot to make up for, and it's better, but not as good as the first 2 seasons. So now I'm like, should I even watch it? I want to watch it because I love Chicago and there's so much Chicago stuff in it. But apparently the plot has sort of plateaued in terms of interest levels.
Yeah, it also just got renewed for season 5.
Wow, they lost the plot.
Yeah. But I know that I had read earlier that this season was actually the lowest rated. But I don't know if it stayed that way because, everybody tries to get out there quick with, this is the lowest rated season. But then obviously these rankings always change. So
do you think it's just a matter of like everyone immediately made that a prestige show that was like, you have to watch it, it's the biggest deal in the world, and there were some people who watched it and probably didn't like it all that much but felt the pressure to continue?
My favorite meme is the meme of Carmi where he's yelling and he's like, holy oh my god, someone ordered food at my restaurant.
Yes, exactly. And it's like I loved that for a season, but I got like 3 episodes into season 2 and I was like, I don't think I want to deal with this anymore. And it just seems like I was only continuing because of the way that everybody was talking about it. But it might just be one of those shows that should have maybe been a niche show and got to be so famous and get so many accolades so quickly that people were willing to jump ship. I don't know.
According to Screen Rant, the worst season of The Bear was season 3, which is the one that everybody had questions about, followed by season 4. So the first 2 seasons are still the best seasons of The Bear. Yeah.
Yeah, season 2 was good, but season 2 is when I started to sort of wonder how much I really liked the show. I do like the show. I just don't think it has to be more than a good show. I guess that's where I stand on The Bear.
Yeah. As of right now, though, the audience score of season 4 is a 67, and season 3 is a 52, compared to season 2, which had a ranking of 92, and season 1, which had a ranking of also 92. So, The Bear, not that great.
Give me another hot take, or sorry, unpopular opinion.
Strawberry and grape jelly are the worst jellies for a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Ooh, this is interesting because the other day I had a basket of red apricots. Back to speaking about how happy I am as a person right now. I have time to make jam.
Wow.
So I made red apricot jam with a little bit of almond extract in it and some lemon juice. And then I baked it into a Bakewell tart. And it was absolutely scrummy, as Mary Berry would say.
White woman, white.
However, I've been meaning to make a PB&J sandwich out of my homemade red apricot jam because I think it would be really good because it's a little tangy and it's a little sour, but it's very sweet. And I think it would be delicious with peanut butter on a sandwich. So I'll report back to you on that, Mike, because that might be the best jam.
I don't think I've ever had a peanut butter and jelly that didn't have grape.
How long
is your opinion?
How long does it take to make jam?
Yeah, what's the process of that?
So you cut up all your fruit, you put it in a big pot, you bring it to a boil with some sugar, and then you cook it until it has like a slow boil and sort of looks like tar and there's like bubbles coming out of it, and then you mix in like the lemon and the whatever, if you're using like vanilla extract or something like that. Basically you just cook it down with sugar and then it's good, and you put it in a jar in the fridge for a couple weeks, and then if you want to like can it, that's a whole thing. Yeah, because
trying to eat the sandwich today.
It has to like set over.
No, not at all. I mean like the extra, because
You're
you're
gonna
not
love
going to
the
eat a
sandwich in
whole
2 weeks,
jar.
don't worry.
You're not going to eat a whole jar in one day. I mean, you might, but
What kind of
wouldn't.
appliances are we using? I love talking appliances.
Ooh, you know what I
I
want
have
to buy?
these really good pots that I've been using, these like heavy bottom pots for the stovetop from Le Creuset.
You know what we
Highly
have
recommend.
at my house now? I got my wife, which I was like, I like she said she wanted this, but I felt like this is not like a gift. This gift could be poorly received.
I get where you're going with this.
I bought her a set of pots and pans.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Dangerous.
she says she wants this, but I don't know if she actually wants this as a gift or if this is like viewed as like a rude gift. It's
Like you need to buy this non-gift related, like for the household.
No,
kind of thing.
because when you buy,
No,
he's
it's
saying
like if
you're
there's
buying
like
your wife
some
cookware, and it's
insinuation, like, oh,
Sure,
maybe
but
we
she's
shouldn't eat out
asking,
much.
if she's
Whatever.
asking for it,
That's the key.
The question is it a gift that you wrap up, or is it a gift that you just bring home and you're like, here, babe, I bought
But
these.
this was one of those things where it was said like, I want that a while before, and I put it in the memory bank, and then I didn't
Gotcha.
know, is this an appropriate
So was it a
gift?
birthday, Christmas?
Well, that's the thing. I had to make the decision because my wife's birthday is in December. So then I have to decide when I'm getting gifts, is this a birthday gift?
Or
Is this a
Christmas.
Christmas gift? Which
What'd
would
you
she
do?
like more? Truth be told, I don't remember what I gave it to her for, if it was a birthday or
One of the
Christmas.
two.
But I got one of those sets of pots and pans with the removable handle. Have you guys seen those?
Oh yeah, and you just move it around.
So
to
like
whatever one you
yeah,
want.
so it's like
yeah.
basically like it saves you a ton of space because it's stackable instead of
Oh.
like a
Weird
pot
angle
or
of
pan
thing,
thing
yeah.
with a bunch of handles. You can go. I got it on Amazon. You just go and you like snap it on, and then you move it here, and then I could take it off and grab
Yeah.
another one, snap it
Much
on, and
easier
put
to
it there.
store.
Yeah, and then when you store, you just store them all inside of
Smart.
each other, and then there's only like 2 handles.
Yeah,
Innovative.
but very dangerous gift. Because
Look for my review coming soon on those.
Billy, I'm telling you,
You would
like,
kill it
you
on
know
TikTok
all-
with this. I really think so. Yeah.
Also, you're
Untapped
the one that
potential.
sent me the video on Instagram a few weeks ago. We were talking about the grill cleaner that
Oh,
uses
yeah.
steam. Apparently, Billy informed us of this last week. They make them bulletproof now.
Yeah.
They use bulletproof material on those things.
Whoa.
And I'd love to see you test that out, Billy.
So
just
I
in
got.
case you're getting shot at while you're cleaning your grill.
I did send an update on that where the grill rescue,
rescue,
or
yeah.
whatever it's called had an ad that says now bulletproof, and I was like, that seems unnecessary. But here's something I forgot to send you guys this picture, but I took this picture. I think on Sunday I was going and I was doing some grocery shopping, and I saw something. I took a picture, but it was early in the morning. It was like 8 in the morning. I try to go as soon as the store opens so that I don't have to fight off crowds and wait in long lines and stuff like that. So it was like 8:30 in the morning, so I thought it was too early to send you guys a picture, but I found a hybrid of 2 things we were talking about. And maybe you guys talked about it and I just don't remember. I found a Scrub Mommy barbecue brush.
We talked. Well, barbecue brush, no. But
Yeah, a Scrub Mommy
Ooh.
barbecue brush.
Wait, Billy, if you ever see a scrub mommy or daddy product, please, doesn't matter the time of day, please send it to me.
Okay.
I need to see it immediately.
I saw it out in the wild, and it wasn't in the section where you would expect it. It was in the barbecue section. I was like, whoa, a Scrub Mommy, a Scrub Daddy barbecue brush? Like,
have you seen the Scour Daddies?
no, what's that?
Scour Daddy.
It's like a really hard brush scrub daddy product. And it's not a brush, it's like a hard sponge, like
Yeah,
just to
it's like it has
really
like it's like
scrub
a
stuff.
it's like a pad shaped.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got one and I was on a hike this weekend and I got mud all over my shoes. So I got a little hose and I got a little Scour Daddy and some dish detergent and I scrubbed all the dirt out of my shoes. They look good as new. Highly recommend, Billy.
Wow. How do we get a sponsorship? We gotta do that now.
Exactly.
We've been name dropping,
Especially
things
Scrub.
A lot of
left and
products.
right. Yeah.
But I've been wanting to buy, Jess. I want to buy one of those like hand blenders. Like the one that-
immersion blenders? Yes, we have one of those for making soup.
and or sauces, right? Because I've been like on
Yeah.
a make your own tomato sauce trip, right? So just stick that butter in there and spit it and give it a good once over and
An emulsification blender?
yeah, get it super thick. Yeah, like a thick.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
All
They
right.
are really nice though.
There you go.
I do like
Mike Fuentes
mine.
drinks his milk with ice,
I don't.
and he says it's not weird.
Yeah.
It says
it's-
drinking milk with ice is not weird. From some random dude on the
drinks
internet.
milk like a glass of
Disagree.
milk.
That's
Why do you
nice.
do that?
Ice if it's in the fridge already.
I don't know, man. I mean, I'm not really going to be opposed to anything with ice with how hot it is outside, but that seems weird. Watered down milk.
What about ice in your white wine? Play the sounder.
I'll do ice and wine. Oh yeah, white woman. Hold on. Here you go.
Depends on the moment.
Milk,
White woman. White, 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 white.
How about ice and juice? Because then it waters down the juice if you don't drink it.
What if you do
fast
ice
enough.
cubes of the juice itself?
Does it
So,
freeze like that?
Juice cubes.
In theory, I love it. In practice, it's impractical.
Yeah, that's like Cody was running around here wanting to do like let's make a bunch of crazy ass popsicles and try to eat them.
What?
Like coleslaw popsicles.
He wanted to do coleslaw popsicles. He wanted to.
Was this last week also?
This was like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
I missed a lot.
Yeah, and he said he wanted to make a popsicle of like Chef Boyardee spaghetti. And I'm like, Chris, what are you going to do with that? He's like, you're not going to eat it during the show. Who wants that running down their hand?
He has the spirit
That's
of
actually
like an 11-year-old who's staying at home for the first time, like home alone.
By himself. Yeah.
What if I
I was
just
gonna say,
made
it's not a
this
bad grid of death punishment.
It's not.
Just saying.
ravioli ice cubes?
if we still do that around here.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We are. Me and Jeremy
Touchy
actually
subject.
took on a task, and we're going to make it better.
What are we going to do?
The grid of death.
Yeah.
Going to make it better.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah,
We're
we
gonna
you
do it.
are?
It's going to be great.
Yeah, we are.
All right, we'll see.
It's going to
You
be
guys
awesome.
are going to love it. Here's another one for you, Jess. Deep fried stuff doesn't go with sushi.
Okay. I mean,
It's like shrimp tempura,
I
right?
was gonna say it's tempura.
that's
Yeah.
not. Yeah. Okay.
But there's levels to it, right?
Like
Like I
soft
don't,
shell crab and tempura.
I don't even remember
I
the
think
last
everything
time.
goes with sushi. I guess that's my take. I think there's not a lot of food combinations that I would outright
Combination.
dismiss.
In Miami, in Miami, you have like platano sushi with like an avocado on
Those
top.
are fire though. I've
Really?
Had those. Yeah, I've had those. That specific place that you're talking about, if it's in Doral, I've had it.
Well, I mean, every other place in Miami now is like some kind of fusion, right? So it's
Yeah.
like Japanese fusion with whatever,
Yeah.
whatever.
You're big back on Marvel.
Oh yeah, big time.
Wait, is this Mike's opinion now?
Yeah,
or
yes.
so this is
unpopular
actually a topic.
opinion?
But yes, I'm big back on Marvel.
Do you say that in like normal sentences when you're out in the wild? I'm big back.
I just go around telling everybody that will listen that I'm back on Marvel.
Why?
They
Well,
seem to
big back
respond.
more than back.
Big back.
You're
Yeah.
big.
Big back season.
Who are you
Trying
telling that to?
Whoever will listen.
Why?
Like, unwilling people listening to this podcast.
Danny Bick.
Why not? Danny Bick, Ethan B.
Ethan Bick.
Ooh, Ethan Bick. Yeah.
You just go and tell them I'm back on Marvel.
Big back
And
on
then what
Marvel.
is the what?
What was
What's the intended
yeah.
follow up response so I can give that
Well,
to you
because
so you can get
Ethan-
it out of your system? I can
Ethan's
take it off the
recently
list.
been watching Marvel movies, been catching up because, gotta admit, a lot of Marvel content, not a lot of it's been great lately.
Oh.
But I've been rewatching some of the movies since Endgame. Saw Wakanda Forever a couple days ago. There's a scene where Angela Bassett is like addressing one of the generals, talking about how her family died. Emotional.
Sure,
Got
but
me a little
those are
teary-eyed.
old ones. So you're back on the old ones.
He's big back by
I'm
watching. He
rewatching.
said the ones that the new ones aren't that
counts.
good.
Yes.
So I'm going back and watching the old ones, and they're doing great.
And he's big back on
Jess, I'm gonna send you the scene.
But the new ones
and
are still
don't tell me
bad.
it's not
Yeah,
fantastic.
so you can't be back.
Well,
You
no,
just-
because
you
the
were.
movies that I thought weren't that great, I'm revisiting them to see if they still
just by
stink or not.
by comparison
Yeah.
now, because the ones now are so bad that
Maybe
the
you're
ones that
right.
you thought were bad before are now good.
Exactly.
Maybe that's what it
This
is.
sounds like the opposite of what Marvel would want.
You know what it is about Marvel is when they started making the TV shows, all of a sudden instead of doing like 2 hours of content, now you're doing like 8, and your budget is not as big as the movie budget. So now you're just like smashing together all these heroes that nobody kind of really wants to see. And I don't know if Tony, you remember the quote about Spider-Man from the Sony executive when they could have bought all the characters for like $4 million back in the day. He's like, nobody cares about the rest. You don't need them. Just buy Spider-Man. So he was wrong at that point. But now we're getting to the point where I think he's right. And a lot of those characters just really hard to get behind. Big back
Like
on
who?
Marvel though.
Like who? Who's hard to get behind? Like Ant-Man? What's
No,
he up to?
Ant-Man is one of the big ones.
Yeah, what's Ant-Man up to?
I don't know. Lives in San Francisco.
question.
He died, I think.
But like,
What?
there's just some characters now. No, he didn't die.
No one told me.
There's just some characters now that you're just not in on like you were before.
Wow.
And now, like, Captain America's gone.
Why?
Well, the real Captain America, Chris Evans, is gone.
Oh, well, Anthony Mackie's Captain America now.
Yeah, but
he's
changed
my
it.
Captain
He's not,
America.
but he's not Captain America because he has the thing of what's the guy's name?
He is Captain America.
What
Sure,
are you guys
but what was he
saying?
before?
He's not your
He
Captain
was
America?
Falcon.
He was
Whoa.
Falcon before, so he has these Falcon wings,
Two
but as
Captain
Captain
Americas.
America, and it's
Yeah.
like that. But that's not his thing. Now he's got two things.
You want to
can't have
talk about?
two
You want to talk
things.
about a bad movie? That movie sucked.
You got two captains, you don't have one.
Yeah, there-
Exactly right.
he gets it.
Ooh.
Toilet paper brands don't matter, according to you.
Not according to me.
Which is your topic here?
I can't tell you.
I mean,
His topic is number
obviously-
2. His
obviously
topic is number
disagree,
2.
right? Brands do matter.
Big
for
time
toilet
disagree.
paper.
Do
Yeah.
they?
What do you guys toilet paper? See, this is his topic.
Don't we just need? But don't you just need like double ply, 2-ply, like whatever the top cushion is?
What's your toilet paper brand around the room, Jeremy?
Charmin.
Charmin.
Yeah, I'm
for
a
me.
Charmin
I'm a
guy.
Charmin guy.
I'm a Kirkland man.
Okay, so you agree it's Charmin, Mike. Then why did you say it doesn't matter?
I use
No, I'm
Angel
not saying
Soft.
it doesn't matter. Everybody likes the
I
brand.
don't
names
use
mine,
toilet
not
paper
mine.
at all.
You're the producer.
So what does that mean? I picked the topics. I don't agree with them.
You just said, though, that you do agree with this topic.
I said that as long as it's a certain amount of plies, like no one wants to do the
doesn't care,
single
yeah.
ply.
This says brands, toilet paper
Does
brands.
the office still have single ply, or did Samson get us down to half ply somehow?
No,
It's
you
hand ply
The
now.
good news is you bring your own, so it's whatever
like
you
Greg
want it to
Cody.
be.
So we're all Charmin men now.
It's Greg Cody's
There's-
hand.
Can I tell you a bathroom experience I had today that's not as disgusting as I made that sound in the setup?
I
So-
want to hear all bathroom experiences, even the disgusting ones.
So there's a bathroom here. The sink hasn't worked for months.
Right, yeah.
The sink
No.
works.
You
the
go-
sink works.
you
You have
go
to press
in-
the button,
You have
but you
to-
have to go
the
like
sensor doesn't
8
work.
feet
Yeah.
down.
Okay, so the sink doesn't work or seemingly doesn't work. So every time I go to the bathroom there and I go to wash my hands, I'm like, well, now I need to go to like the sink in the, kitchen or whatever. I have to go across the hall to the other bathroom to use the sink to wash my hands. It's like not a thing. So it turns out what's not working is the sensor. And the solution that we had to fixing said broken sink is not call a repair person to fix this sink. We've put a series of Post-its with arrows that lead you around the wall down below the sink to a button that you would push that then turns on the sink. So you have to kind of
What?
choose your own adventure around the sink, and you follow a series of 3 or 4 Post-its.
You
and
literally
arrows,
go down.
and
You
then
just go
you
down.
find it's like here it is under the. It even says like under the sink, press here, and you have to go around the corner. So then I did that, and I washed my hands, and then I thought this has to be the filthiest button in the office because it's everyone
Ew.
touching it right after they went to the bathroom with dirty hands.
Right. And everyone's going number 2 in there and not admitting it, by the way.
No one goes number 2 in there.
I
never
told
gone number
I
2 in
told
there.
someone the other day I lost respect for my coworkers about a month ago, and I said I'm no longer going up to the 13th floor of this building to go to the number 2 if I have to.
Which is where Cynthia told
And
me
I
Chris
did it
went. I hope
one
he's okay.
time. Chris went home.
Yeah.
Chris is not doing it.
Oldest
He
trick
went
in
had
the
to go
book.
number 2.
Insisting.
He left.
Oldest-
Insisting that he's still
And he's
in the
upstairs
bathroom.
somewhere.
Okay,
Yeah,
sure.
okay. Yesterday someone was sick and he couldn't come to work. Got it. What?
Force Billy to be EP.
On a
So
plane,
tentious.
the middle
Billy P.
seat, dude, it's crazy tensions in here. On a plane, the middle seat is better than the aisle seat.
That's
That's
crazy.
I'm an aisle man.
Mike.
So. I'm an aisle man. That's not me.
Then why do you do this?
You know why I like the aisle? I like the aisle because I don't want to inconvenience the person on
Correct.
the aisle and have it be a hassle to like leave, right? If I have to go to the restroom. But in thinking back, I don't think I've used a bathroom on a toilet in
Bathroom on a
years.
Bathroom on a
you mean?
plane.
On a plane, yeah, in years.
Not even to take a leak?
No, I go
Impossible.
before.
Have you been on any long flights? Because unless it's a long flight,
You were on a
I
plane in
tend to
Vegas. You had to.
not.
I
But
took-
that's not that long.
I took
5
No,
hours?
like 5.5 hours. I've been on like a 5.5
Okay.
hour flight, 5-hour flight, and I just go before I
Yeah,
I get
before
on
you
the
board.
plane. Now, this is something that this is a nasty trick that my wife has been playing on me lately. And it's happened, and I've had like 2 very near, like I have to run off the plane and go to the bathroom immediately situation. So we're there, we're in a row, they come around with the cart, and they ask you like, would you like a drink, would you like a water, soda, whatever. So I always buy water before I get on the plane, so we don't need the water. But sometimes I'll get like the soda for a little kick me, a little pick me up, a little little kick, right? So I'll say like, yeah, I'd like a Coke, and then she'll say like, yeah, I want a Coke. So she pours it in, she drinks like half a glass of Coke with ice, and then she's like, I don't want any more. You can have the rest. And it's like, I don't want to drink 2 sodas on this 90-minute flight. Like, I didn't want 2 sodas, but I also don't want to throw away a can full of liquid into the garbage bag when they're walking around with it and have it make a mess. So I end up having to chug
Those
like
bags
the
are built
second.
for it, by the way.
But I don't want to be that person. And then if there's like a hole in it or a leak or whatever, like I don't want to be the person that throws away a full can of liquid into a garbage bag that then makes a mess for someone else. So I end up chugging 2 cans of soda, and then I really need to go to the bathroom. I have to like run off the plane to go to the bathroom.
Question. What are you doing for the 4th?
It doesn't hit me until the descent ever for some reason. And
When
then,
you can't
I
get up.
can't, I can't get up.
Lehman is grilling like 100 pounds of ribs.
For the 4th of
That's what
July.
I'm doing for the 4th.
Do you have like a lot of people, or just you guys are going to pig out on a lot of meat?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Oh.
But like, you're not doing like, Tony usually
But yeah,
does something
there's people
special.
coming over.
4th of July is my favorite holiday.
Is that
Really?
unintentionally sexual by me? I didn't mean that.
So what are you doing, Tony? If it's your favorite holiday?
I'm gonna be out in the Keys. I'm gonna be.
If Jess
Keys
invited
starting
you, would you
tomorrow.
go up to Jess's 4th of July party?
No.
Oh.
I'm doing my own.
Wow.
I'm doing my own.
Yeah.
No offense to you. I do
I'm
my
kind
own.
of.
I'm offended.
I'm kind of
Don't
out
do
on the
nothing.
4th.
Oh.
You would be, buddy.
But
I
yeah,
can tell.
hate America.
What does that mean?
No, it's just so like, I don't know.
He doesn't like having fun.
No, I meant what did Tony mean by
He doesn't
saying
like
he
having
would
fun.
be?
No, it's like so the day activities
He's
are great.
anti-fun. Well,
No,
do we not know this already about him?
The day
What are you
activities
talking about?
fine.
He's rewatching a bunch of old Marvel.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
come
right.
on, dude.
He's
I'm big
Can
back.
I just say, when I lived in Miami, I was very out on the 4th of July too, because I know you guys said it hasn't been that hot there, but it is by far the hottest holiday
Yeah.
in South Florida, and it made me out on it. Now that I'm out, I'm like, it's actually nice out. I can do stuff outside again.
And also fireworks.
back in.
Fireworks do nothing for me now.
Sure.
I've seen them
You're
all.
40.
No, I just seen them all. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I just wait around. I have some beers. I eat a hot dog that my homeboy doesn't know how to cook. You know, he's one of those guys like, oh, Mike,
You're
how do you
going
want
to the wrong
yours? Rare.
places.
It's
You're going to
hockey
the wrong
puck every
places,
time.
dude. You're going to the
You know,
wrong
I have some
places.
beers. By 6 o'clock, I'm kind of winding down because I've seen all the fireworks. Put on Independence Day, watch Will Smith punch an alien, and that's it.
So
Doesn't sound that bad.
That's
It's a great movie. It's a great day.
I think
just-
the 4th of July down here needs to involve water activities
That's
for it to
right.
be
I'm out
like
on the water.
bearable.
exactly,
It
Billy.
needs water activities or it's unbearable.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like you need a beach day, you need a pool party, you need
pool,
something.
Be out on
a
the
boat,
boat,
or something. And I
Rodriguez
didn't
down
have
the-
any of that.
Yeah, if you don't have that, then it's
And I was
really
just
Yeah, exactly.
cooking.
Now you're just hot.
and
the
it
beautiful thing is I have
stunk.
all of those.
Yeah.
That's why
Wow.
4th of July for me is the best.
what a
time.
life. You
Money-
know what? I
money
take it
bags
back.
over here,
I'm not
man.
going to switch places with Jess. I'm going to switch places with you. You look
For-
happier than anyone.
For 4th of July weekend, trust me, buddy.
Yeah.
It's me.
And now
Do
you
you
have
have-
a newborn baby again.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now my in-laws are there, and my parents are there, so they can take care of the baby.
But do you
while we
like?
hang out.
Do you dress up in like red, white, and blue stuff? You got your American flag socks.
yes.
So wow, so
Socks
you're
on
the
the-
one that hates
socks at the
America.
beach?
Wow, I can't believe
Socks
that.
at the beach? What are you doing?
Some
Socks at the
flags on your
beach.
boat, maybe.
Yeah.
We have a
You don't
flag
wear
on the
flag
boat.
stuff on the 4th?
We got a
Tony?
flag. We got a flag on the boat.
Yeah, what kind?
American.
Oh, just checking.
For real.
Have a good 4th of July, guys.
Okay, goodbye.